Hey guys, how you doing? Back out here on my creek again, and last time I was out I promised I'd shoot a little bit more video. I never got around to doing that. Had one more little tip I wanted to show you, and I got done doing everything else I was doing that day. I was really too tired to make one more short film. Figured I'll do it some other time. It's just one little tip. Then I got to looking around on YouTube a couple of days later, looking at all the other guys that do this kind of stuff. And a guy named Oregon Mike, look him up, he's got some pretty good videos. He made a little short video showing just one little tiny tip. So this isn't going to be one of those little tiny short ones. I got a couple of things to show you here, but we're going to show you the little tip or trick, and we'll do a little more talking, and we're going to do a little walk around. And today's little tip is going to be about making a clothesline out here. And I know there's a lot of people out there that knows how to make a bushcraft clothespin. That takes a long time. They're kind of neat, but one thing I like to use, I'll get it out of this little package here. Da-da-da-da. Yep. These are the little things that come off your bread bags. I go in and I take the extra little sharp points off and round off the tips of that so I'm not tearing up my clothes. But these things make excellent clothespins. So if you're out here on the creek and you fall in, you get your clothes wet, and you need something for a clothespin, man, you could throw a double handful of these in your pack and they don't take up no space, no weight, or not enough to bother with anyway. So without further ado, I'll hang this shirt up. It's not wet, it's just for demonstration purposes. You put a little clothespin on it. On the other side, put another little clothespin out. Hope you can hear me with my back to the camera. But there you go. I'll keep the wind from blowing it off. But you know, a neat little tip and trick. Something else I like to do while I'm out here is I always keep my eye open for resources. I think some of you know that by now. And here in just a minute we're going to show you some resources that I found that, while it's not super rare, it's not very common either. But I run across where somebody's trying to get into this outdoor stuff. And I can tell you right now, this was one of their very first efforts, and they failed miserably. Not only in how they tried to set up the camp and what gear they had, but well, how they comported themselves here in the outdoors. And give me just a second here, I'm going to show you that. Here's some of their tent poles. Now, I'm not going to leave this stuff out here. I don't know if I do have a use for this or not, but I'm not going to leave this trash out here. I may come up with a use for these little collapsible sectional tent poles. Let me pick this camera up and we're going to go for a little walk. Here is my creek. This is a new gravel bar to me. I spotted this a few weeks back and decided to come in here today, look around, see what I could find. And since I've been here for the last 30-40 minutes, I've already seen like a dozen people. So it's not a very private area. Look at there, there's a little agate. Hold that up to the sun. See the light shine through it. Not big enough to do anything, no color. We'll leave that for somebody else. But anyway, it's not a very private area. I'm going to go ahead and set up my hammock. Rest a little while. I'm going to poke around this area, see what I can find. Pretty good sized gravel bar system back in here. Anyway, bam, there we go. 2 El Cheapo sleeping bags and 1 little El Cheapo polypropylene and nylon tent. They left trash inside of it. They were drinking a little bit of beer. Wow, they set up out here in just a horrible spot. I don't know why they're down there on that sloped gravel when they could have been up here on this soft sand. But then again, you know, God bless them for trying. I just wish they'd have tried a little harder and not left their trash out here, but one man's trash is another man's treasure. Nothing else. I'll cut this thing up, make some stuffed sacks, maybe a little ultralight canopy for shade if nothing else, ground cover. You know, the thing's got sewn in tabs on it, maybe make a good ground cover or something. But we're going to collect this material up, see how much of it we can use. I got a long way to hike out of here, so there's no way I could hike all of this mess out of here, but I'll get some of it out. And now we're going to go show you where I'm set up. Now folks, I haven't got a complete setup done. All I did was stretch the hammock and a ridge line in case I want. Look at there, there's a piece of jasper. You'll have to forgive my ADD. I see something like that, I get distracted real easy. Again, too small to do anything with, but it's a good sign. Maybe we can find some bigger stuff. Anyway, did not set up a complete setup. All I did was stretch the hammock and a ridge line. Later on, if I need to stretch a tarp, I'll stretch a tarp. Otherwise, we're just going to stick with nothing but the hammock. We were just right over here showing you the clothesline. Right inside the tree line here. A lot of tall grass, but found a nice shady little spot. And we set up the tent, or not the tent, but the hammock. Here is the ridge line right above the hammock. And here's all my junk just kind of thrown on the ground for now, but now if I needed to, I could build a much better shelter area. But we're just here to poke around and look a little bit. Stretch the hammock just in case I get tired and want to kick back a little bit. I brought a nice book to read. Brought a little more water than I'm used to because I'm in here a long ways. But, well, thanks for joining me for another one. Hopefully, whoa, that was a mess. Anyway, hopefully we'll find some good rock in here. I'll gather all that material up from that little campsite, pack it all up and pack as much of it out of here as I can. I got some trash bags with me. I'll see if some of it will fit in the rest of that, and I'll just leave a trash bag here so next people that come in, if they want to, they can haul it out. I'm just not able to right now. So get out there and enjoy yourself. Get in the woods. Go look around, see what you can find. I'm going to get out here and do a little rock hounding, do a little bushcrafting. I'm going to make myself a new walking stick. If you like the rock hounding stuff, there's another guy here in Oregon. Look up gotrocksinhead. Got rocks in my head, something like that. I'll try to put his right name down in the description area. But he's in Oregon here. He's a couple hours north of me. He does the same kind of stuff I do. He gets out and does a little rock hounding, a little bushcrafting. He's into the primitive archery stuff. He does some flint knapping like I do, but he takes it quite a bit further than I do. He makes his own bows and arrows. And anyway, look him up. Look up Oregon Mike. And hey, you guys on the Bushcraft and Woods Lore site, keep them coming. We're real close to that 500 subscriber or member mark, and as soon as we hit 500, I'm gonna do that giveaway contest. So get your buddies involved with it, and let's see if we can get that done. Till then, have fun, and hopefully I'll see you in the woods.